All right, so you're looking to make a real change,
Yeah.
right? Something you can weave into your life starting right now. Well, today we're diving into the power of gratitude. And I got to say, this isn't just about, feel-good vibes.
No.
This is
Yeah.
about a tangible shift, for a better life.
Yeah.
In fact, studies show that people who actively practice gratitude are something like 25% happier.
Yeah.
They sleep better. They even tend to, get this, earn more.
Exactly, exactly. And I think, for our listeners who want to grasp things quickly, thoroughly,
Yeah.
the science here it's really compelling. It's not just some advice your grandma gave you. There's a real neurological basis for all these benefits.
So I guess that's our mission today then, right? To really get under the hood of the science
Yeah.
and give you a concrete 30-day plan
Mm.
to put it into practice and, rewire your brain
Absolutely.
for more happiness. And maybe you track some more of that,
Yeah.
good stuff in life. Right?
Yeah, that's it.
So let's get right into it. What is our brain actually doing when we feel grateful?
Well, what's fascinating is the brain's response. Research, including some really interesting studies out of Harvard, show that when we actively feel grateful,
Uh-huh.
it actually lights up our hypothalamus, which is a key area of the brain that regulates stress
Oh, wow.
and happiness. And this activation triggers the release of, a whole bunch of neurochemicals. Like dopamine, which is, very much associated with pleasure, which
Yes.
reinforces, those positive feelings.
So it's almost like a workout, right, for your brains, like happy centers.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely. Consistent gratitude practice really strengthens the neural pathways
Okay.
that are linked to positive emotions.
Ah.
Think of it like making the thank you circuits in your brain stronger,
Yeah. And more easily activated.
Right. So this is deeper than just, saying thanks on autopilot, for example, or something like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The research really points to gratitude as this fundamental shift.
Yeah. In how you see things, how you perceive things. It's intentionally training your brain to spot the good, the opportunities, the abundance around you, rather than focusing on what you might think is lacking.
Okay, so a real change in perspective. So how do we do that? How do we make this happen? What are the actual steps?
Well, we've got this, we call it a 3-step gratitude framework for you. And the first is something we call the morning gratitude ritual. So before you even check your phone, like literally before you do anything else,
Yeah.
name 3 things that you're genuinely grateful for in that moment. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's, a really good friend that you have. Maybe it's even just like, that first cup of coffee.
Right.
But just name 3 things. And what this does is this simple act, it sets a positive tone for the entire day. It's like setting your internal compass, towards positivity.
Makes sense. So what's step 2 then?
So step 2 is gratitude journaling. So each evening, what you want to do is you want to jot down 3 wins from your day, big or small, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Then you want to note 1 unexpected good thing that happened. Sometimes it's just these little things that happen. And then crucially, identify 1 challenge that you faced and then find something, anything that you can be grateful for within that situation.
See that being grateful for a challenge still feels a little odd to me.
Yeah, and it is.
Yeah.
But here's where things get really interesting. When you're grateful for a challenge, it helps you to reframe it, right? It transforms problems into these opportunities for learning, for growth. It's really, really powerful.
Right.
This active reframing helps you to feel more in control
Yeah.
and less like, oh, this is happening to me, why me?
Right.
Which directly combats those feelings of being overwhelmed.
Okay, yeah, I see how that kind of flips things a little bit.
Right.
So what about the final step then? What's number 3?
All right, so number 3 is gratitude in action. So once a week, make a point of expressing your gratitude directly to someone. Could be a quick text, a short email, or even just telling them face to face.
Right.
And this not only lifts their spirits, but it also reinforces your own feelings of gratitude. It creates this ripple effect of positivity.
The ripple effect, I like that. But what about when things are really tough? What about when life throws a real curveball?
Yeah.
How do you find gratitude in those moments?
This is key, right? During those tough times, try shifting your internal question. Instead of asking yourself, like, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
Ask, what is this teaching me? And that subtle shift can open you up to some really unexpected insights and silver linings.
Right. Wow, that's a powerful reframe, just right in the moment.
It is.
Are there any other Any other kind of tools we can use for those, those difficult times?
Absolutely. One of my favorites is what I call the rainy day gratitude list.
Okay.
So when things are good, right, take some time and write down a list of people who really support you, maybe some past challenges that you've overcome.
Yeah.
Just simple joys
That,
that you appreciate. And then, when those inevitable tough moments hit, you have this readily available reminder
yeah.
of all the good that still exists.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great tool. So for you, the listener, the challenge is to try this out for the next 30 days. Any notebook will do, really.
That's right.
Just start with these 3 steps, right? The gratitude ritual,
Yeah.
the gratitude journaling, and gratitude in action.
Absolutely.
I think that's something that everyone can do.
Yeah, it is.
And as you do this, remember this. Gratitude isn't just about being thankful for what you have. It's about really shifting how you see the world.
Mm.
And that shift has a really remarkable way of attracting more to appreciate.
Yeah.
You change your perspective.
That's right.
You change your life.
Yeah. You change your life.
Really powerful stuff.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.